Star Trek Season 2 finale is so cool. The franchise homaged it 56 years later. When Star Trek, the original series, aired its Season 2 finale in 1968, fans had no way of knowing just how important that episode would become, not just for Kirk, Spock, and the Enterprise crew, but for the entire Star Trek franchise. The episode in question, Assignment, Earth, may not get as much spotlight as The City on the Edge of Forever or Amok Time, but it left behind a curious, stylish, and unforgettable legacy that Star Trek is still paying tribute to 56 years later. At the time, Assignment, Earth, was intended to be a backdoor pilot for a potential spin-off, introducing mysterious secret agent Gary Seven, played by Robert Lansing, and his equally intriguing assistant Roberta Lincoln, a young Terry Garrer, in one of her first TV roles. While the spin-off never materialized, the episode's cool mix of Cold War espionage, time travel, and classic Trek morality made it a cult favorite. And in 2024, Star Trek: Strange New Worlds proved just how enduring that influence was. Its Season 2 finale, Hegemony, ended on a cliffhanger but cleverly mirrored the adventurous, experimental tone of Assignment, Earth. Even more directly, Strange New Worlds had already revisited Gary Seven's world in Season 2's Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow, which confirmed that his mission, and the mysterious organization behind him, still mattered. In other words, that experimental finale from 1968 still ripples across Star Trek storytelling today. So why does Assignment, Earth still resonate? And how did Star Trek manage to keep it alive for more than half a century? Let's break it down. The coolness of Assignment, Earth. To understand why the finale mattered, you have to put yourself in 1968. Spy thrillers were huge. James Bond was dominating the box office. The Man from UNCLE had a cult following, and American audiences were obsessed with secret agents, shadowy organizations, and Cold War paranoia. Assignment, Earth, tapped into that zeitgeist. Instead of focusing entirely on the Enterprise's mission, the episode put the spotlight on Gary Seven, a human trained by advanced aliens to help guide Earth through dangerous times. His assignment? Prevent a nuclear catastrophe during a particularly volatile year in human history. The Enterprise crew becomes almost guest stars in their own series, caught between helping Gary Seven and stopping him when his mission looks like sabotage. That unusual storytelling choice gave the episode a fresh tone. Kirk and Spock weren't just explorers or soldiers. Here, they were guardians of history, grappling with trust, destiny, and the limits of their authority. Throw in a sarcastic talking cat named Isis, a fast-talking secretary played by Gare, and a few moments of genuine Cold War tension, and the episode had a kind of pulpy charm that was totally unlike anything else in Star Trek at the time. Even Gene Roddenberry seemed to know he had something special. He was so invested in the idea of a Gary Seven spin-off that Assignment, Earth, was essentially written as a launchpad for a new series. That didn't happen, but the episode's DNA never left Trek. Why the episode stuck with the franchise? There are a few reasons. Assignment, Earth, continued to echo through Star Trek's future. 1. The mystery of Gary Seven's organization. Star Trek never explained exactly who Gary Seven worked for. Aliens? Time travelers? Some future version of the Federation itself? That ambiguity was irresistible for fans and writers alike. It left the door wide open for future stories to fill in the blanks. 2. The spy-fi crossover. The fusion of spy thriller and science fiction felt radical for Trek in 1968. Later series, from Deep Space Nine Section 31 to Discovery's focus on time travel, took similar risks, showing how flexible Star Trek's format could be. 3. The style factor. Let's be honest, Gary Seven was just plain cool. The dark suit, the futuristic gadgets disguised as everyday objects, the mysterious cat sidekick. He felt like a character who could have headlined his own pulp novels or comic books. Because of all this, even though Assignment, Earth, was never developed into a full series, it stuck in the imagination of Star Trek creators and fans alike. Strange New Worlds brings it back. Fast forward to 2023 to 2024, and Strange New Worlds is embracing Trek's past in bold new ways. Season 2 in particular leaned heavily on time travel, alternate timelines, and classic Trek callbacks. The clearest homage came in tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow. In that episode, Lon Noonien Singh meets a time traveler from Gary Seven's organization, referred to only as the supervisors. This wasn't just a throwaway reference. The episode confirmed that the mysterious group still had agents guiding human history centuries later. In fact, Lon herself became temporarily entangled in their mission, blurring the line between Starfleet duty and cosmic destiny.